light is hidden in somebody's heart. I love what Jesus did in the Bible. He wanted to reveal what was in the heart of, what's that his name again? Judas. The first thing he did, he gave him a post. Judas was the only one among the 12 Jesus gave a post. The next thing Jesus did, he drew him close to himself. The Bible called John the beloved, the one that loved the Lord, and the one that the Lord loved. But the Bible was silent about Judas because Judas betrayed him. But I want to submit to you, if you study the Bible, the first person Jesus loved was Judas. Why? His zeal. He has a wonderful zeal. And Jesus saw that this zeal would be good for the kingdom. If you study the life of Judas, study the life of Paul, they have similar personalities. Zeal, fire, flame, the fever that the kingdom of God needs. There are certain things about the kingdom that does not need akamu. That is coming out. No, men and women of zeal, who in the night season you can count on them, the daytime you can count on them. They could wake up from sleep, but in a moment they can serve you. That was what Judas was. And Jesus said, he's the first person to give an office. The book of Psalms tells us that he was the first to be a bishop. He said his bishopric let another take. The word bishop is overseer, not what you are hearing here today. Not what you are seeing in the church today. All these ecclesiastical intimidators, that's not what I'm talking about. The first person Jesus made an overseer was Judas because he loved him. Even when they were eating, what was the protocol? Jesus put first, Judas follow. And the next thing Jesus did, he gave him the treasury. Even when Jesus knew he was a thief, did he take an action? No. Love makes you not to take actions. Love makes you not to take action. When you love somebody, you cover. You don't take actions because you hope that one day this person will become better. So Jesus was hoping that one day Judas will be better. Until one day, Judas sold him completely. Listen carefully. I want you to understand what made Judas to betray Jesus was a hate in his heart for Jesus. Because Jesus, for lack of better terms, made a mistake one day and said he was going to die. Jesus said, I am dying. I am going to the cross. And Judas said, for what? So all these things I left and followed you. I thought we were going to overthrow the Roman government so that you establish kingdom. Thank God for Peter. I love Peter. Peter knows how to express what is in his heart. Judas will keep quiet and smile. The words is there is bad. I prefer the person who will express it. If you are angry with me, let me know. So Peter, his own, he took Jesus aside and said, far be it from you. How can you die? What's the meaning of this? Remember, Peter seen Jesus by age. He was already a married man with a family. He must have looked at him and said, what do you mean? What are you saying? That I left my boat? I have asked you this question 2 times. That we left everything and followed. What are we going to have? You say we'll have houses, we'll have brethren and sisters, we'll have plus persecution. Hey. So I was waiting for the houses and you say what? That you're going to do what? Die? You're not even up to 30. You are thinking about death. And the Bible says Peter took him and began to rebuke him. The word rebuke him, Peter was like a giant. He must have carried Jesus and shook him like this. I said, wake up from your sleep, little boy. And Jesus could see something else in his heart. He saw him mindful of the things of man and not the things of God. So, but Judas had the same thought but kept quiet. He was looking at Jesus like this. But his heart, you're not serious. I left my job. In his heart, not his mouth. I was a zealot. Did you know? When I came to, and you said, follow me. When you prayed the whole night, you picked me. And now you are saying you want to die. I will show you shaking. Die? I will sell you ahead. If I didn't make anything, at least 30 pieces of silver will be enough. I will negotiate. I know those that want to kill you. I will go to meet them. I know people who hate you. I know where they are living. I will go and meet people who hate you and not tell them I can betray you. I can present you to them. I know your secret. You, Jesus, I know your secret. I know your clothes that you wear at night. I know where you go to play. He was saying his heart, not his mouth. In his mouth, when Jesus comes, Jesus will say, as if we were son. But in the heart, I'm telling you, and before you know, he went to betray him. When there is hate in your heart, you do wonders. You do terrible things that amazes everybody. People begin to wonder, you mean you? People must have said, Judas, you of all people. You were the first in get position. You were the first that even when we were eating, you are the one holding the money. And you did this, Judas. Listen carefully. One thing Jesus did, which you and I should not do, except we are blind, is Jesus saw what was in the heart of Judas and said, one of you will betray me. But he did not nip it in the bud because it was needed for prophecy to be fulfilled. Help me look at your neighbor. Tell your neighbor, there's no cross for you to hang on. There's no grave for you to be buried. When you identify Judas, nip him at the bud. What is in your house? That's the issue. What's in your house? You have to nip it at the bud. You have to nip it. Because Jesus knew, but he kept quiet. Because it was going to, look at what he said to him. He gave him communion and said, what you have to do it how? Do it quickly. You know what is in people's heart when you minister love to them. There are people, I have said, what is in their heart is only revealed in prosperity. There are people that you never know who they are until you love them. Love sometimes is so beautiful, it helps you to expose snakes. You love them. When you give somebody the best and you got the worst, it's a revelation. Don't sit there and become bitter. Walk away. Is someone hearing me? Do what? Okay, don't sit there and be fighting. Just walk away. I gave him the best. I got the worst. It's a revelation to me that there's something hiding in this heart. It was revealed when he got love. It was revealed when I loved him. So the thing came out. Things that are hidden in the heart, only God can search. That is why you have to consult God before involving people in your life. So I have to consult God before I involve people in my life. Don't involve people with the details of your life until you know the details of their lives. You have to carry the background check both in the spirit and the natural. Lord, who is this person? This person I want to marry. This person I want to bring into business. Who is this person? Even the American embassy don't give visa anyhow. If human beings could behave like that, why are you releasing the visa of your life to everybody without them coming for interview? The visa of your life, you drop it here, you drop it here, can I have your number? Can I have your number? Can I have your number? You are just giving your visas around. Let the American embassy teach you a lesson. You don't carry interview of people. You don't do background check. And you begin to converse with them. Check the life of people who behave like that. In 7 years, they are gone. In 7 years, they are gone. Most people, in 7 years, they are gone. Because you relate without knowing what's in the heart. So look at how God deals with things ruthlessly. For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. Are you in verse 13 of Isaiah 14? I will also sit on the mount of the congregation, on the farthest side of the Lord. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Now, excuse me. The word I will, is it not promising? Promissory. Was Lucifer actually carrying it out? No. Sometimes in Sunday school and sometimes in preaching, we preach as if Lucifer had already declared the war in heaven. He did not. Hear me. Sometimes even in Sunday school, why does God throw Satan away? Because Satan fought God. No. He was only thinking in his heart. He did not even enter the planning stage. He was just in the conception stage. I will ascend. And he never knew that God is not somebody you deceive by face. So Lucifer will appear before the throne of God to cover it as a cherub angel with worship. Why is covering it with worship, with his mouth, with his action, with everything? God is listening to his heart. May God help us to listen to people's hearts, not their words. It will make us not to make mistakes in life. It will help you to even love the real people. Because sometimes the mouth is wrong, but the heart is right. Do you understand me? Once you can identify the heart, it improves your relationships. So God was listening to the heart, and God now said, though this man is saying, Father, I love you, the heart is saying, I will accept. I will be like the Most High. So why is looking at my throne and looking at the glory, instead of him to serve me, you want to be like me? I wish I have time to preach this. This is the root of betrayal, even in leadership. Is somebody hearing me? That like what Absalom did. A follower who comes to a leader and corruptly desire to take his seat is a wicked follower. I want to be like him. I want to be like him because you're a son that want to go through the process. And there's I want to be like him because you want to take over without process. You can't be like, because positions in the realm of the spirit have something. But God can duplicate somebody in people. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying here? So God heard it, and God made a move ruthlessly. It was the way God moved ruthlessly. He mobilized Michael immediately. While God was mobilizing Michael, the news got to the angels that were under Lucifer. And Lucifer now spread doubt among them. I said, you see, we have been serving him faithfully. We did not do anything. He has already instructed Michael to draw us out of heaven. You see how ungrateful God is. Let's mobilize and resist him. And the angels listened, because the angels never saw what was in his heart. They never saw. Sometimes when leadership take position, take decision, don't question leadership, because you don't see what leadership is seeing. He looked at the angel. The angels never knew what was in the heart of Lucifer, and they took side with him. How many times in churches you see breakaways? People don't know what's in the heart of the pastor who is breakaway, and you are taking side with him. You see a pastor move against a particular member, you don't know what he saw. And you're moving against the pastor, you don't know what he saw. And you know this man or this woman is just. The pastor is just. He's not an oppressor. He's not an oppressor. He's not a destroyer. He's raising us up. And one day he make a move, and you think he's wicked. And begin to go around the person, and the pastor is chastising. Don't worry, we are here to help you. Don't mind Apostle. It's very harsh. Now I am harsh. You are not the fire extinguisher of harshness. Of course, that's who you are. Don't mind him. Apostle may not even appreciate you what you are doing. We appreciate you. You are the angel that follow Lucifer. Can I tell you a secret? Those angels will never regret over what they do until the day of judgment. It's in the day of judgment that they will now regret over following Lucifer at all. But today they still have hope that they will take over heaven. They still have hope. Up to today, those angels still believe that they can still overthrow God. But they don't realize that the last door God shut was the blood of Jesus that was shed on the cross of Calvary. And Jesus said, it is finished. The door was shut, but they don't realize it. When you are in a righteous leadership, be very careful of reacting to the decisions of righteous leadership. God is a just God, is that not? He's a just God. The Bible says his throne is rooted in judgment and justice. How can you question the authority of God? The angels made that mistake. They questioned his authority and they followed Lucifer. Check Christians who have been destroyed by reckless church members who are charismatic. They are seductive and charismatic. That's the way they are destroyed. Oh, you know the leader doesn't know what. Absalom, that's what he did. And watch this. God nipped it at the bud. He moved immediately. God's plan was to throw away Lucifer alone. But before he could do it, Lucifer had already spread out in the rest of the angels. And God asked, okay, Michael, you have to throw down all of them. And he threw all of them out to nip it at the bud. You now begin to ask yourself, Why didn't God apply the same thing on Adam and Eve? You know why? They were his image. They were his likeness. He knew the source of their action did not come from their heart. They acted based on external influences. That's why when somebody acts based on external influences, you have to walk in mercy. But when somebody acts based on the nature of their heart, you have to be ruthless. If you want to save a heavenly venture, is somebody hearing me? If you want to save a heavenly venture, that was how Elijah operated. And God is saying the same spirit is coming back in our age.